ordered its judges to follow yet another policy, what the agency calls non-acquiescence with decisions of the federal courts. In instructions sent to every judge, the agency makes clear that if it disagrees with lower court opinions favorable to claimants, Social Security's rules ought to supersede the court, except in that specific case.
Mr. Bruffy, please stand and raise your right hand.
Critics charge that Social Security has put itself above the law. The law as passed by the Congress. The law as decided in the courts. The law as interpreted by its own judges. At the same time, it's the agency that, under the law, is responsible for carrying out the compact between workers and the government. It's the agency people like William Dunsmuir must still rely on, even though Social Security is ignoring at least 6 federal court rulings that might have changed the decision in his case.
Look for any work? Why is that, Mr. Dunsmuir?
I don't feel like I need.
Dunsmuir worked for 27 years as a parking garage attendant, breathing carbon monoxide. He was judged mentally disabled in 1981. Then the policies changed. So when his file was reviewed, he was told he could go back to his old job, even though his IQ had dropped from 102 to 77 since the first judgment was made.
Who does the shopping for you and your wife?
My wife does it.
You never go to the store with her?
Once in a while I go for a ride and sit in the corner.
You mean you won't go in the store?
Very, very seldom.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I say. I can't figure out what my trouble is. For years I met people. Got along wonderful. None of us put them.
You just what, sir?
I don't know. I can't talk to anybody anymore without getting nervous and scared. My mind plays tricks on me.
Have you been having any suicidal thoughts in the recent past?
I think about it, Doctor, but not. I don't mind living, but dying's worse I get.
The record indicates that he's staying indoors. He's avoiding people, cannot stand to be with people and around people. Has a tremendous amount of anxiety, gets headaches, the multiple somatic complaints. The fact that he has been chronically exposed to carbon monoxide for 27 years should not be ignored. In his best interest, I would really recommend that be pursued further than just a cursory neurologic examination. And frankly, I think he needs hospitalization. He should be really placed on medications, and if he can't tolerate medications, he is one of the few people that I have ever volunteered the recommendation that he should be considered for electroshock therapy.
Judge Brown reversed William Dunsmuir's termination, but it took Social Security headquarters 3 more months to approve that decision. Merritt Reich was also reinstated by a judge. The administration's temporary exemption of some of the mentally disabled might have applied to him or to William Dunsmuir. What about Eleanor Russo? Even Social Security's consultants agreed she was mentally retarded, but she was terminated anyway. It took a judge to reinstate her. And Sarah Buck. She was first told she could go back to work even though Social Security didn't establish that her condition had improved. Judge Brown finally put her back on the rolls. And Calvin Bickham. He was denied a second time because Social Security didn't follow its own doctor's advice. He too was reinstated, but only after this report had aired.
If it hadn't been for the church out there, us going to church all the time, it would have tore us up, you know. It would have broke the home up. It'd break the homes up going through something like this all the time.
It will almost take your belief away from you. Your religion, I guess is what you call it. The way you were believed all your life. But I still have confidence. And I've never give up. So, it'll work. Somehow, I don't know how, but it will work in the end.
Truth will win out.
The truth will win out.
The revisions of Social Security